Hello everybody. This is Monty with Flowers by the Bunch. Happy New Year to you. I am so excited to be back. So today I am going to make an arrangement in a container that I picked up from an antique shop. Now this actually is not antique. It's actually a container that came from Southern Living at Home. And the wonderful part about this container, number one, it's yellow, and if you know me, you know that's my favorite color. But the next part that's really awesome is it has this lid. And you can see the lid has, I think it has 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18 little holes in it. And so the 18 holes are where you can insert flowers. And I thought we would use this fun container with this wonderful, I guess you could even call it a floral grid or a frog. It's really not a frog, but it would be a floral grid. So we're going to use some beautiful flowers that we got in from EC Floral. Daniel actually sent us some beautiful garden roses. Our garden roses, this is called Candy Expression, and actually that one's not pretty, but it's a beautiful, very ruffly pink garden rose. It almost looks kind of cotton candy, but it's called Candy Expression, and I thought these would be a beautiful rose to use in our container. First of all, we're going to start out with some white hydrangeas. Very traditional, beautiful white hydrangea. I'm going to take them and remove the foliage from that stem, and I'm just going to kind of fluff him up. I'm going to kind of run my fingers down in and fluff him up. Beautiful white hydrangea. Now these white hydrangeas, we get these in on a standing every single week. And so what I'm going to do, actually I'm going to cut it a little more. And I'm just tucking him right into one of those holes in that container. Now you'll see how easy this arrangement's going to be, or this container is, to arrange flowers. I could see using it for really any type of blooms. It doesn't have to be the flowers that I'm showing you here. You can really use it for zinnias in the summertime. I could see tons of zinnias in it. But it's just kind of a fun container that makes it a little easy. Come on, Osa, come on. There you go, bud. So here's our kitty cat, because he can't stand it. If we're up here designing, he has to be here with us, right? Okay, so there's our second white hydrangea, and I have one more. Need me to move my stuff? There you go. You can lay down, buddy. Bless his heart, we've been out of the shop for a week. Now, I came in every day to check on him, but we've been out of the flower shop for a week, and so he hasn't had enough one-on-one time this week, so he's glad that we are back at the flower shop. So I'm going to take that stem, cut it at an angle, and I'm just tucking it into one of these holes. So there are our white hydrangeas, and you can kind of see that they're just all the way around. Now again, the wonderful part is that this has all these little holes in the lid. So the flowers are very easy to insert, and they're going to arrange well. Next, we're going to come in with our Pink Expression. I believe that's right. Let's see. No, Candy Expression. Our Candy Expression garden roses. I'm going to remove some of the foliage. You don't have to remove all the foliage. Are you checking it out? I'm going to cut that stem at an angle, and I'm going to nestle that rose right down into one of those holes. Now, if any of your roses has any bumps or bruises, just go ahead and pull those off. Garden roses have lots of lots of petals, and so they tend to blow open really well. They are so beautiful. See how pretty they blow. I'm leaving a little bit of the foliage on the stem because I really like the foliage in an arrangement. One of my favorite things to do when we go on a trip is to stop at antique shops and thrift stores because I can always find a treasure. And so I was very excited when I ran across this beauty, this really pretty container, because I thought it is so much fun to use containers that you've never used before. You can see how I'm just tucking those roses right down into those little holes. And I'm kind of leaving them different heights. Some are taller and some are shorter. I like that it gives us a little bit of variety to the arrangement. If you cut them all the same height, they are going to, it's going to look really plain. I mean, it's all going to be on the same level. And go ahead and remove any of those petals that don't look pretty. Go ahead and pull those off. It's hard to mess up roses. I know sometimes people don't necessarily love roses, but I really think it's one of those things where it's just hard to mess up a pretty rose, especially a pretty garden rose. So this rose got a little water drop down in the center, so it has a little bit of a dark petal. So I'm just pulling those petals out. If water gets down in those petals, sometimes they'll decay. So you have to kind of be careful. But I just pulled the petals out that got water spots. I threw those away. Sometimes you can't salvage them when you get water spots, but other times you can. So always try. Look how pretty those roses are. See how pretty that rose is? So, so pretty. And so I'm just working them right down into those little holes. If you know the name of this container, let me know. Because I'm not exactly sure the name of the container, but I do like it. Now the reason I chose to put the hydrangeas in is because the hydrangeas help me to cover up some of that container. It helps to fill it up. If I had not, and I had done just all the roses, it would have taken a whole lot of roses to fill it up. With 18 holes, that's a lot. Look how pretty those are. Okay, so there's our Candy Expression garden roses, which are the prettiest color. Next we're going to come in with, these are garden roses, but they're garden spray roses. Now the Candy Expression we got from EC Floral, but I had these spray roses, these garden spray roses were in my cooler, and so they are called, I'm not sure the name of it, Blanche, B-L-A-N-C-H-E. But they're just a really pretty, the last month or so we've been getting garden spray roses, and they're just beautiful. Now several years ago we used to get a variety of spray roses, and they were actually from Africa, and they were these huge headed spray roses, and they were beautiful blooms. And I thought these would be perfect in this arrangement, these little spray garden roses. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in any of the empty spaces with our garden roses, our little sprays. So I'm taking and cutting that stem at an angle, and I'm seeing if there are any holes, and I'm just kind of nestling those a little deeper down into the arrangement. So really, you see how very simple this arrangement is. It's just 3 very simple types of flowers, and you can use really anything. You don't have to use hydrangeas, and you don't have to use any of these spray roses or the garden roses. I just wanted to show you these beautiful flowers that Easy Floral sent. So that was my reasoning behind using these varieties, which are amazing. Now, a lot of times you can use a standard rose, which is just a regular rose, but you can cause it to look like a garden rose by flaring those petals out. But it is hard to replicate the beauty of a perfect garden rose, honestly. They are just amazing. All right, so this is my last spray rose. All right, so to finish this arrangement, so see how pretty it is. It's just very tight and nestled together. It's really a very pretty arrangement. So next what we're going to do is add just a little bit of foliage. So I chose Parfolia eucalyptus. I love the fact that Parfolia comes with such a large, pretty stem. And so I'm just going to take it and break it into smaller pieces and nestle this eucalyptus right down into the same hole that has a flower. Again, you can use any type of flower and you can use any type of foliage. But I really love the airiness of Parfolia eucalyptus. And I love that it makes things look dressy. But see how pretty that eucalyptus makes that arrangement? It just really dresses an arrangement up. And the fact that what you see that I've just put in this arrangement is only one stem of Parfolia. It's just one stem, which I think is my favorite part of Parfolia, is that it goes such a long way. Now the one thing you'll see that you have to do is kind of pull back those flowers to see if you can find the little holes. But you see how pretty this arrangement looks just by cutting those stems short and tucking them right into the little grid in this container. So the flowers that we use today include beautiful white hydrangeas, the Candy Excellent, well, what did I say that was? Is it Candy Expression? I don't know why that won't stay in my mind. And those Candy Expression garden roses did come from DC Floral. Daniel sent those over to us. And then beautiful white spray roses that are also in the garden variety, which is so fun. And Parfolia eucalyptus, just some simple stems of Parfolia eucalyptus. All right, guys, if you have any questions about how we do things here at our flower shop, you know you can always ask. We were so blessed to have several people send us emails asking questions about how to run a flower shop. You are welcome to call us. We are so happy to answer any questions you might have. If you would do me a great big favor, if you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up. And if you have not already subscribed to our channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button right down below. If you'll hit that little bell, you'll get notifications for when we have a new video. Guys, you have a great day, and we'll see you real soon. Thank you.